dark it is in here. Nothing to do about it. Anyway, kitchen is mostly clean. It'll do for now. The pot needs to soak anyway, and I'll do the other bits later. But for my breakfast today, I'm going to have yogurt with granola and honey and raisins. So we've got this Rachel's Organic Lactose Free, which we got last night in our Ocado shop. I actually have never shopped in Ocado before. Neither of us have, because I always thought it was like crazy expensive. But I thought I'll sign up because our neighbour gets Ocado. And oh, both the cats have just come in. Yeah, our neighbours get Ocado, and I'm always just curious. And obviously they do some nice brands like M&S and things like that. Anyway, I just thought I'd see. And actually, the shop that we did yesterday, so basically I had an introductory offer, so it came to, I think it was like £51, but I had a new sign up deal, which was if you spend £60 you get 25% off. So actually the shop still would have only been £60, which is basically the same as what we would pay in Tesco for the same amount of food. We do go to Lidl and Aldi when we can, but we don't have one super near to us at the moment. But yeah, so it wasn't that bad at all actually, and they had loads of really good stuff. And because we're lactose free, it was really nice that they had quite a few like nice options for lactose free yogurt. So yeah, that is a long story short. But yeah, so I'm gonna have some yogurt and granola, because that's a really nice breakfast that I really enjoy and I just don't have often enough. And I always tend to eat like a lot of bread, so like, I mean, I love bread, so like toast, crumpets, muffins. But I love it, and carbs are demonised. I'm sorry, I just want to eat food that I enjoy in moderation. So I'm going to chuck some granola on there. I'm pretty sure this is just the Tesco granola. I just realised you can't see anything. But yeah, so pop a good chunk of granola on there. There are already some raisins, but I just want to add some more, because I learned recently that raisins are like really, really good for you. I think they're high in fibre, and I think, are they high in iron maybe? Don't quote me on that, but I feel like they've got iron in them. Doesn't say. But anyway, apparently raisins are really, really great for you. So I'm going to bung a load of raisins on there. I really need to get better with camera angles. I'm so bad. I'm literally not filming any of this. Forgive me. And then a little drizzle of honey. I'm just going to go for this Tesco Clear Honey. And that's my breakfast for this morning. And I'm going to put it all away before I leave it everywhere, because I'm quite bad for just leaving stuff out. Poor Joe is forever tidying up after me. Okay, let's put that back in the cupboard. Cool, so here is my breakfast. And I'm going to go crack on with some work. And I shall see you in a little bit. Hello, I'm back. I'm just having a quick 5-minute screen break from work, and I thought I would show you what we've done in our room. So this weekend we panelled and painted it a lovely sage green. We've been meaning to do this for so long, like literally the longest time. I'm literally in the dark. I'm actually so bad at this. Wait. I'm realising, oh, hang on. Hello. I'm realising that I really need like a wider angle lens, because this is just not, it's not working. I've had this camera for about 5 years, I think. It's the Lumix GX800, which I bought when I was doing ASMR way back when, so probably longer I've had this for. Anyway, I'm discovering that I need a wider lens, because this is as wide as it goes, and I want to show you our bedroom. So I'm going to try and turn you around and show you our bedroom. That's a bit better. I'm just in the dark again. Anyway, yes, so this weekend we panelled, and I'm so happy. We've been meaning to do this for about 6 months, and we finally did it. So I'm really proud of us. So Joe did the MDF, the wood part, and attaching it, and the caulking, the decorator's caulk in the gaps. And then I primed and painted it, and it's all done. So the bed is like pulled forward, as you can see, but we're gonna hopefully put the bed back tonight and sort the room out. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna strip the bed, whack it on a wash just for in my little screen break. I'll just chat to you while I do this, I think. Today I'm actually filming, I can't decide if this is going to be like a day in the life or whether it's just going to be part of a weekly vlog, because I'm really enjoying doing weekly vlogs at the moment. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about tinnitus, because this week, the 3rd to the 9th of Feb, is tinnitus week, and obviously I have tinnitus, so I thought I would just touch on that this week. So yeah, I think I will film, I'm just going to chuck Joe's jumpers on the floor for now. Yeah, I think I'm going to film a little segment at some point in this vlog, just having a little chat about it, nothing too serious or crazy. I just thought it would be good to talk about it, because obviously it is a part of my life. It's not a massive part in the sense that I give it a lot of time and energy, but I thought it would be good just to have a very quick chat about it, and also maybe talk a little bit about things like hearing protection, so how I am trying to prevent it getting worse. A little bit about how I work with it, because I think for a lot of people it can be really difficult to concentrate, obviously, when you're hearing a noise in your head 24/7. So I thought maybe I'll just share some ways that I cope with it, because it was a lot easier when I worked in an office, because there was always like a background noise in the office. There was always like a, you know, office noises, people typing, just the hum of the room, and obviously working from home, it's a much quieter environment. So I thought I would share that. So hearing protection, how I work from home with it, like the tools that I use to help me, sleep, how I sleep, what else? And then I got some new headphones, which you might see in a previous vlog that I'm going to post, or maybe it'll be after, but I also got some new Bose headphones, which I've been finding really helpful. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with stripping the bed, pop a wash on, and then I'll come back and we'll sit down and talk about tinnitus, probably in my lunch break, because I've got to go back to work in a minute. But yeah. As mentioned a moment ago, I thought I would just do a quick segment on tinnitus. So as I already said, Tinnitus Week is the 3rd to the 9th of February every year, and it's essentially just a week for raising awareness, raising awareness of the condition. I mean, the ultimate aim is obviously to try and find a cure. There currently isn't one. There's various different reasons why tinnitus occurs. So for some people it's temporary, for some people it's permanent. So I believe 1 in 7 people in the UK have tinnitus, so that is actually a lot of people. And globally, actually, what is the stat globally? Let's have a quick look. So what is it? Globally, it affects more than 740 million adults, and children also can have it. So I think people can be born with it. So there's probably a whole group of people who we don't even know about. So personally, I believe mine was caused by clubbing. So when I first went to uni in 2012, no. Yeah, it must have been 2012. No, yeah, right, sorry. Uni in 2012, I went to one uni, ended up having to drop out of that uni because I got tinnitus. But essentially, a few things. So I was clubbing a lot because everybody was clubbing a lot, it was freshers. I didn't know that you should wear hearing protection, and nobody was wearing hearing protection. And prior to going to uni, I also used to go clubbing probably every other week, something like that, when I was 18, because that's just what you did. And it was great fun, and I had a brilliant time, and I don't regret the brilliant time that I had and the friends that I made, but I do regret not wearing hearing protection. I just want to caveat this by saying it may not have been purely from that. I also went to the doctor at uni after the tinnitus started, and he said that I might have had an ear infection. So I think he gave me antibiotics and said, oh, the tinnitus will go away when the infection goes away. It didn't. Also, tinnitus can be caused, permanent tinnitus can be caused by extreme stress and anxiety. I also was incredibly homesick when I moved to uni for the first time and was very anxious. So it could have been a perfect storm of a few things. But regardless, I do wish I'd worn hearing protection, because every time I came out of a club or a loud bar, my ears would ring, and I thought that was normal. The reason why I thought that was normal is because other people had it, and it always had gone by the morning. Apart from this one last time. Yes, first year was really difficult. It was definitely, I always try and like play it off and I'm like, oh, I managed, it was fine. It was dark. It was a really dark time. And if I think too much about it, I'll get upset. But it was a dark time. I was only 18. I obviously felt like my life was over. You just do. It feels like a really big, soul-crushing, life-changing thing when it happens. But I did get through it. I went and saw a audiologist at the hospital, and they gave me these really amazing, they looked like hearing aids, but they weren't hearing aids, but they went around my ear and into my ear, and they played sort of white noise to like the tone of the sound of my tinnitus. So I sat down with them and they sort of program them to the right sound, and what you do is you would listen to that just below the volume of your own tinnitus, and it would help your brain to kind of tune it out. And that worked really, really well for me. That was my kind of saving grace. And then about 3 months, I think, after dropping out from uni from tinnitus, I met Joe, and obviously relationships don't fix everything, but I think meeting Joe and falling in love with him did bring me back to life. That sounds so mushy, but it's true. And it just gave me hope for the future, and I think through getting to know him and my life changing and meeting his friends and family and all of that, and just living life, it made tinnitus fade into the background. And what also helped is that Joe's dad also has tinnitus, so it was like I actually knew somebody in my real life who was just had it for years and was happy and was getting on with his life and going to live music, singing in the pub, and it wasn't bothering him. So that also was like a massive comfort to me, to know that somebody else understood. So yeah, so that was my story of how I got tinnitus. So moving on to things that I used to help me with it. Number one thing for me is hearing protection. So when I first got tinnitus, I went on the BTA, which is the British Tinnitus Association, and they used to sell like lots of, they might still actually, they used to sell lots of earplugs and sound machines and kind of things that you use for tinnitus management. So I'll link their website below. And there's also a Tinnitus UK website which has a lot of resources, so I'll also share that. So I used to have some earplugs from the British Tinnitus Association, and then I replaced them recently when they were just getting like quite old and worn. I mean, I'd used them for like 8 or 9 years or something. So anyway, so I upgraded recently to loop earplugs. I can show you. Sorry about the Teams noise, I'm on my lunch break, but my laptop is still pinging away. Let's log back on for a second, turn that on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so loop earplugs, hoping you can see that. Well, you can't really see that, but anyway, it's got the loop logo on it. They come in this little handy thing that you can attach to your keys. And they look like this. So I will look up which ones I've got because I can't remember off the top of my head, but they are really good. They are, I think I could do with getting some even higher protective ones for like gigs and stuff, But just for like general things, like generally going to the pub or a bar or even the cinema. I have to wear these in the cinema now because cinemas are so loud. So yeah, and then like if we're doing any DIY and Joe's got the drill out or something, I'll put these in. So anyway, these are my loop earplugs, amazing. And they basically just calm your ears down for me. They stop your ears getting worse, they stop you having spikes. And yeah, and they're very discreet. I'll put them in actually. They're very discreet. They kind of almost look like a piece of jewellery, like an earring. There you go. There you go, so that's those. Yeah, so hearing protection is number one. We are big fans of hearing protection in this house. Joe is obviously a musician, which I've mentioned in my previous vlog, and he has like custom professional music ones. But yeah, we are big advocates for that in this house. And I just want to say for any young people, because I just didn't know I should wear them and no one told me, it wasn't talked about. Please wear hearing protection in loud environments. Please just do it. Like you can get earplugs that you can still hear sound really well. It just takes the edge off the noise. Protect yourself. That's it. That is telling off over. Okay, so the second thing I use if I'm having a hard night, so it's a funny one with me because I got really used to my tinnitus for like 12 years, and then January last year I got eustachian tube dysfunction. You'll see from my previous vlog I had a procedure for that. Still not sure if it's 100% worked, but it did cause my tinnitus to be a little bit louder, I think, or at least my perception of it was louder. Because I used to sleep with earplugs in, like as in to block everything else out. I was so used to my tinnitus that I didn't mind sleeping with earplugs. So I don't wear them now, but I can still sleep to the sound of my tinnitus. I don't often need sound on, which I'm grateful for. We do have a air purifier in our bedroom, which obviously makes like quite a nice whirring sound, but we haven't had that for a super long amount of time. So for me, I just found that I did eventually get used to sleeping with my tinnitus. It's almost like, I like to say I've just got a built-in white noise machine in my head. And that's kind of, yeah, how I see it. But for when I do have more difficult nights, if I've got a spike, or sometimes if I have like a cold or a headache, it can like amplify my tinnitus. So I have a snooze band, which this is my second one actually. I've gone through a couple over the years, but this is a band that you can wear over your head while you sleep. It also can go over your eyes to block out light. It's got these, you can't see them, but it's got these very thin pad microphones, and then you can control it from the top. And what I do is I just put it on when I'm having like a spike or just feeling bothered by my tinnitus. Maybe I've got a bit of insomnia, and I can play just like nice white noise, pink noise. What I tend to listen to is like rainfall and crickets and nature sounds, because they're just nice anyway, and it just sort of like soothes me to sleep. So I have a snooze band. There's all different brands of these you can get. I think this was quite affordable. I think this was about £39, I want to say. But they come in really cute colours now as well, like lilac and pale pink and yeah, all sorts. And they have different models of these varying in price. So yeah, they're really, really good. So I'd recommend something like that. I used to have these little speakers that went under my pillow, but I don't find them that useful. So yeah, these. In terms of working, I basically always have something on in the background. Whether that is like white noise. Well, I don't really listen to white noise, to be honest. If I'm having a really bad day and struggling to concentrate, I'll put like river sounds or like the beach or something on. But generally just having like Spotify on quietly in the background is enough to like take the edge off of my tinnitus. Sometimes I can work in silence, like if there's just like, I don't know, the hum of the central heating or something, I can work in silence. And I can work in silence at the office because there's like people chatting in the aircon and that sort of thing around. But yeah, when I'm at home I tend to just put on nice relaxing sounds. Sometimes I'll have like a TV show on in the background that I've like watched loads of times, so it's not distracting me, it's just like chattering away. Lo-fi is really, really good. So like those study lo-fi playlists, number one, they do help you concentrate whether you've got tinnitus or not, but also the lo-fi is so nice for tinnitus because it's got like little crackling and whooshing sounds behind the music, so I love those. I've actually found, because I love Taylor Swift, a Taylor Swift lo-fi playlist, which is really nice. So I'll link a few of my favourite things below for sleep and for working. And then finally, I got these new Bose earbuds recently. They are the ultra open earbuds. So they hook around the back of your ear like this, and this is not in your ear canal. So I don't know if you can see, I'm trying to show you. They're not in my ear, they're just resting in the shell of my ear. But these have been so good because I can still hear things around me. So like I still get like the background noise of, I don't know, like the wind or like the rain or the central heating or just the sounds of me typing and doing things, but still have like some nice music or white noise or something in my ear. But because it's not like noise cancelling, because noise cancelling I find really annoying because it's obviously blocking out all other noise. So although I can hear what I'm listening to, I can also hear my tinnitus loud over what I'm listening to. Whereas with these, I can hear what I want to hear I'm listening to without the tinnitus being like amplified as well. So I've just found these honestly to be so amazing. I've only had them for a week, but I love them. And the other thing that's really good about them is, so sometimes when I'm listening to like music on like noise cancelling headphones or any headphones that go in my ear, the second I have to pause what I'm listening to for whatever reason, it's like the music or the sound stops and the tinnitus comes in really fast. Whereas this way, the background noise has been there the whole time. So when I stop the music, I've still got the background noise. So it's not that like jarring feeling. And that's been amazing. So yeah, so that's kind of what I do to live with it. But yeah, I mean, the community is amazing. So I follow and I would say I'm friends with now, this absolutely wonderful human. She's called Caris, and her socials are called the Tinnitus Cookbook. And I found her in January when I was struggling this year with the eustachian tube dysfunction, and she is just a ray of sunshine. She is currently training to be a hearing care assistant. Caris, if I've got that wrong, please correct me if you see this video. But yeah, she's training under a private audiologist who's amazing apparently. But she is such an advocate in this community. She shares so many tips, facts, and she's just so positive, and she's really shown that like there is hope and there is joy in a life of tinnitus. It's not all doom and gloom, even though it's really hard sometimes. She's just shown that like you can live with it, you can manage it, you can have so much fun with your life, and you can still achieve and be really successful. And yeah, go give her a follow. She's just fab, and I'm so grateful to have found her and to like have her in my life. So yeah, so that is my little segment for Tinnitus Week. If you have any questions or want to reach out to me about it, please do. I don't talk about it all that often, just because the more you talk about it, the more you think about it, the more you hear it, and it annoys you. So it's not like a big thing in my life, but obviously I have it and it is part of me, so I just wanted to acknowledge that here for Tinnitus Week. Yeah, and that's it. So yeah, thank you for watching this part of the video, and I will catch you back in the normal day-to-day life vlog part of this video. Good evening. So I've now finished work. It is about 5:15 and I'm just about to go and get my hair cut. So I'll just film what it looks like right now. So what I'm thinking is getting a bit more of like bangs sort of at the front, like shorter ones, like, do you know what I mean, that kind of vibe, and then just like some more layers and a little trim because my hair's just looking a little bit scraggly. Yeah, so nothing crazy today. I'm gonna go see my lovely hairdresser Josie. So she lives in my village and we met by me finding her, I think, on Facebook. But yeah, she's kind of become a really nice friend now. So yeah, I'm gonna pop around the corner to Josie's and get my hair done. I might film while I'm there, I'll see. But yeah,
I will see you at some point this evening. Hey guys, for some reason my camera is making me very red. Don't know why. Anyway, I'm back for my haircut, which has kind of gone a bit flat now, but I've got my little front pieces that I just need to figure out how to style. And it's nice to have a little refresh of my hair. Anyway, I am just doing some admin-y bits. So I've just uploaded all of the, or downloaded all of the footage off of my camera onto my external hard drive. I'm just editing a YouTube short of our trip to Bang Bang Food Kitchen at the weekend. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Bless me. Yeah, so, and I am eating some of these pretzel fudge thingy bobbies, which are delicious, from M&S. I was influenced by Georgia Beecroft on Instagram, but they are really, really delicious. They're like little cornflake clusters with little fudge pieces and salty pretzels, and they're really delicious. I'm just having them and a little cup of tea, and I am going to do some more editing. And also our wedding photographer from 2 years ago, she has kept our wedding library, like a library of our wedding photos, online, but they're expiring soon, so I'm also going to download all of those onto the external hard drive, so we've got all of our wedding photos. So yeah, I'm just going to be doing that for the rest of the evening, I think, and then probably get in bed and read. So I hope you're having a lovely evening, whatever you are doing, and yeah, I'm going to crack on.